It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from the Chiltern Brewery and it's a bottle of their Glad Tidings Winter Stout coming in at 4.6% ABV. It's an award-winning ale. There's the bottle cap. I do like a stout. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the bottle opening. Beer in the glass then. Nice glug on the pour. That indicates that it's got a nice mouthfeel straight away. Just by that kind of gluggy pour. A one finger tan coloured head, more or less. It's a very, very, very dark beer. There's a little bit of light bleeding. There we go. A little bit of light bleeding through the bottom of the glass. So a stout by colour. It could almost be called a dark mild just by that colour. But we'll call it a stout. Let's get the aroma on Glad Tidings Winter Stout. Oh wow. Yeah, Christmas in a glass. Really spicy brew here. Spicy brew but with some roasted malts. And some dark fruits. Lots of fig and plum and prune. Aromas coming through. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh yeah. Right on the back end, you get this wonderful, rich tobacco smoked mixed with bitter chocolate, espresso coffee and some sweet caramel. But before that, it's spicy. You get lots of that malt as well, but in a different sense. Spicy as in fig, plum, prune flavours like I was talking about in the aroma. That comes through at the beginning of the beer and then that separates over then. That goes over into being the stout that it is on the back end. It's got a nice mouthfeel with good levels of carbonation that pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth and releases more of that flavour. But it's still very refreshing. It's still something that you could... I mean, if you wanted a half of this just to refresh yourself after a hard day's work, you could certainly do that. And then on the other hand, you could sit next to a roaring fire and caress it and stroke it and take your time with it if you want to. Loving that touch of vanilla and the fig and the plum and the prune and all them kind of mysterious dark forest fruits, if you like, that you could imagine yourself, let your imagination run wild with a beer like this. And there's some Christmas pudding in there with some raisin and oh, it's a lovely beer. And then that stout flavour right on the back end. Slight bit of tobacco smoke on the back end and chocolate, coffee, caramel flavours. What a wonderful beer. Let's see what the brewer says. The Chiltern Brewery has been at the forefront of the revival of classic English ale styles for over 35 years. In recent years, this has extended to the creation of new styles, all brewed with the finest English malt and hops naturally. Onto this particular beer then. Brewed with a blend of 4 malts, pale, crystal, chocolate, roasted barley, and yeah, of course you get that in abundance. So what I was talking about earlier is that you, at the very beginning of the taste, you could be talking about a dark mild, but then it goes over on the right at the back end to the roasted malt. And that's the chocolate malt doing that, and the roast barley that's doing that. And Bramling Cross hops, spices and fruit for a truly complex, bottle conditioned and well balanced winter stout. Spicy orange on the nose with a rich chocolate notes and creamy smooth to drink. The perfect Christmas beer and a real warmer for the winter months. Tom Jenkinson, I think that says, head brewer. Glad Tidings winter stout. Enjoy with Christmas pudding or a mince pie. I really like that from the Chiltern Brewery. Really like that. I'm going to rate it. Glad Tidings Winter Stout by the Chiltern Brewery. I'm going to give that a very solid 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! And cheers.